Kennedy, let's go ahead and take a look. Listen, I'll be honest with you. It looks like Craft got away from you a little bit on this one. This one doesn't seem as neat and clean as it could be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the original, which I had kerned. Based on my years of experience as a designer, I would consider this to be perfectly kerned and spaced. One thing I want to draw your attention before we start is the week two, well, actually all of the announcements. Excuse me. I mean, please keep at the announcements here. Be sure you're looking at all of these announcements. Jump in here too, maybe even 3 times a week. Sometimes I populate this during the week, but these 4 videos right here, welcome, how to, and welcome. These are really cool. It's just a great little series on letter spacing, the importance of, and tips on execution. Specifically for Fire and Ice, you want to look at Welcome to Week 2. We've got some great videos in here, including how to kern Fire and Ice. There's 4 videos in here. Each one is fantastic. This one specifically deals with this assignment, so you definitely want to take a look at those. Okay, now let's go and jump over to your work. So, and this document right here is from that, how to kern Fire and Ice. So I kern it, show you how to kern it, and then this is the result. So let's go and take a look. Now, right now, I think you're really, really tight, both in letter spacing and word spacing. This is almost uncomfortable to look at because everything is bunched together. I feel like I'm being squished into a box and I can't get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating, of course, but that's kind of the feeling that we get when letters don't have ample space. So we're really, really tight through here. All of your letter combinations, I think, are super tight. So you want to open up your kerning or your tracking, and you want to adjust individual spacing between letters. So of course we're going to use those same rules of kerning that I had given you guys last week, and that is, you know, the most narrow space between 2 curved letter forms, followed by the next widest space between a curved and a straight, and then the widest between 2 straight letter forms. So you want to keep that in mind as well. It's a little bit trickier though with serif typefaces because you have the serifs to deal with. So you really, really have to start kind of looking and playing, and this exercise is a lot more difficult than the banana exercise, of course, because there's more moving parts. You have word spacing as well as letter spacing, but you also have the serif. So it's kind of, and that's why I included that, how to kern Fire and Ice and kerning on the computer, because I want you guys to be able to make a logical transition between this kind of eyeballing your spacing and then going to the computer and really understanding how to adjust your spacing based on things like serifs and letter shapes, counterform, etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the individual letters. I think right now your Craft is okay, but I think it can be improved. So for example, the F is really nice, but we got this little kind of bow right here. I looks great, but we have another little bow right here. Okay, R looks pretty darn good, but we got to get thinner right through there. So you just really want to take, I don't think this E is not very good. And I don't mean that to sound discouraging at all. I should preface comments before I make comments like that. I don't mean that to sound discouraging. I'm just trying to be as honest as I can in this critique. So the EU seems to be kind of a weak link. This one's a little bit better, but it seems to be on a little bit of a compromised axis. It seems to be tilted a little bit. And then this just really, well, that C looks pretty good, but we have to account for that little teardrop right there. So in your second iteration, just really, really pay attention to the subtle nuances of this typeface, specifically the serifs and how the serifs meet the vertical stems of the letter forms. Okay, let's talk about spacing. So yeah, we got to get some spacing between here. This is just really, really super tight. So a little bit of spacing. Make sure that spacing is even. Okay, again, we're looking at volume. You want that to be even so there's no breaks or no extra space between this area right here and this area right here. If there is extra space, like for example, if the space right here is greater than the space right here, then we're going to want to break, and it's not going to read Fire and Ice, it's going to read Fire and Ice. So watch your spacing, your word spacing, but you definitely want to space things out a little bit of wider spacing all the way through. Okay, watch your kerning. You're just so tight. You can use this. Take a screenshot of this and use this as for your guide for your your final iteration. Okay, that's what I have. I think it's a great start. As I said, you just really, really want to watch craft on this one because you have a lot of other moving parts to deal with, specifically referring to the serifs and how they behave with the counterform associated with each individual letter form, words, and the phrase, of course. Okay? All right, Kennedy, great start. Of course, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. All right, great start. Thank you very much.